Alright, here we go. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the Recoil zero gauge dual amp kit. So let's get right to it. Here's the box that it comes in. It literally comes just like this. No marking on it. It just comes with a sticker that says the what's inside of it. So you have 17 feet of zero gauge and 4 feet of 4 gauge, and that's the power cable. And you have 3 feet of zero gauge and then another 4 feet of 4 gauge for the ground cable. And you have 17 feet of remote turn on wire, 17 feet of 30 feet of speaker cable, and then 17 feet of RCA cables. And there's going to be 3 separate RCA cables inside of here. Along with that, you're going to have your fuse holder with your fuse already inside of it. I believe it is a 200 amp fuse. And then you're going to have your distribution blocks for your power wire and for your ground wire. So to get right to it, let's open it up. Here we go. So I have already looked inside of it already, myself and the customer. This is for a customer's car. This is for someone who's looking to install 2 amps. So they're going to give you the main power wire and the distribution blocks, and give you some 4 gauge wire to connect to both of your amps along with the ground. So this is a copper clad aluminum wire kit. So this is not the the more expensive oxygen-free copper wire. If you're running a really big system over 1500 to 2000 watts, you're going to want to go with oxygen-free cable. It's going to be a lot more resistant to corrosion over time because of the oxygen-free copper. Along with, it's going to be able to transfer and conduct more power through that cable for the at the same size. So when I say that, the same size, you can have copper-clad aluminum wire like this. It's pretty flexible. It's a lot of wire in there. This is a really good kit for the money. But if this was oxygen-free copper, it could look just like this, the same type of size. But the type of material that's getting used inside of it is able to conduct power better than this can. It's going to be more, if you have a bigger amp, things like that, it's better for that type of application. But if you're running a system like 1500 watts and down, to maybe maxing out around 2000 watts, but at a shorter length, say you like in a single cab truck like this guy is, or if you're running like a system in like a Camaro or a Challenger where the battery is already in the rear of the car, you can trust that a little bit more because the wire is shorter length versus using the whole entire 17 feet of power cable from the front of the car to the rear. Like most vehicles, some vehicles, like I said, are going to be like Camaros and Challengers and Chargers and European vehicles with the battery in the trunk. You can get away with running something like this on a high power system because the length is shorter, if that makes sense. But to stop all my yapping, like I said, this is the Recoil. It is a very budget friendly kit. It's going to give you everything you need for that install on your 2 amps. So right here we have the fuse block. Very nice quality. It's like a hard plastic, has good weight to it, nice and clean. Has the brand right there, the zero gauge input and output. Looks like you can run some screws through here. So take off the top, there we go. Has a 200 amp fuse already installed. Like I said, if you want to run some screws through here, you could, or even not right there because that's where it clips into. So right here and right here, you can run some screws when you mount it. All right, put that back on there. Next, we're gonna hit let's get to the distribution block. So right here, we have the distribution blocks. This is so when you run your 2 amps, you're gonna have one of these used for your ground and one of these used for your power. They do have little protection over their logo, so once you get it installed, you can remove that, and then so you're not scratching it up as you're installing it, and it'll look a little bit cleaner. Leave it on for now. Actually, I'll take it off for the video. Let's take it off, see what it looks like. All right, there you go. There are some scratches, like kind of like you would see like on a brand new car, just little micro scratches on the casing of this. Nothing crazy, just like little swirls. Compared to this one, yeah, it's still there. Nothing crazy. You can't really see unless you're in a certain lighting. Just want to point it out because I'm trying to keep it honest review. But 0 gauge right there, and then 2 4 gauge outs. So take it off. All right, here we go. This is very nice quality. Looks good, nice and shiny. Shouldn't have any problems out of this. This will be going into a older Chevy truck. I will be doing the install, and I will post the install, and I will post another review on the 2 amps he's going to be installing also. Well, I'm going to be installing into his truck. They're over there. They're DS18 and a Recoil amp that I will do a video review on also after this. But here is one of the cables that's going to be used for power. Not sure why they put a lug on the end, because I did install one of these kits into a Camaro, a 6th gen Camaro, which the battery is inside the trunk. And when I did that kit, I don't remember seeing a lugged end on the end of it. Because the point is, if you have this wire right here, this is your main power wire. So I'm pretty sure on the inside of this somewhere, there's going to be, hold on one sec. Actually, it's right here. So right here, for that main power wire, this is going to go to your battery. And then you're going to connect your fuse like that. And then you're going to connect this end of this cable. And that's going to go to wherever your amps are, to your block right here. And then that is where you will use this cable to connect to your amps. So if you have 2 amps, you're going to use this cable, cut it to length, plug both of them in, and route that to both of your amps. Which like I said, I will be showing that when I do his install. I'll do a little review and talking about the 2 things I installed in his truck. But not sure why this is on here on the end. Kind of weird. And then we have the same thing for the ground cable. So here's the ground cable. You got your main ground cable right here, which it is a lugged in, which is pretty nice. Seems pretty solid. I think it said it was a 5-foot cable. Oh, it's a 3-foot. It's a 3-foot ground cable. And then, like I said, that ground cable is gonna go to one of these blocks, and then this cable right here, you're gonna use that. You're gonna cut the end off, and then run that to here to both of your amps. Also in this kit, you have your speaker cable. It's gonna go from the amps to the sub box. It's not gonna be enough to run from your amp to all the way to all your door speakers. That's not how it works. You're gonna get something else for that. Run it to the back of your radio, something like a speed cable. But got some speaker wire in here. You have your RCA you have your remote turn on power cable, power cord. And you know, it's pretty thin, nothing special about this pretty much, but this is gonna go for you to turn on your amps. And then you also, yep, see it over there. Over here you have your 3 different RCA cables. Well, not different, but they're all the same, but you're gonna have 3 separate RCA cables. 2 of these will be used for your 4-channel amp. So the point of this kit is to power 2 amps. If you're running, you know, 2 mono amps, that'll be fine too. But they do include 3 separate RCA cables, which are all 17 feet in length. Yep, 13-foot cables. So you have 3 separate ones of those. So like this car right here that I'm gonna be doing, it's gonna be a monoblock amp. So it's gonna be a sub amp powering his 2 subs. So I'll be using one of these, and then I'm gonna be installing a 4-channel amp that's gonna use both of these for the front and rear. So total, they give you the 3 sets of RCA cables, making it easy for you to do the install, giving you everything you need for that install. Also in the box, you're gonna have some lugged ends, like a 0 gauge, a 4 gauge in there, spade connector inside of there. A few of those have one of those old school amps that has like little connectors that use these kinds. I don't like those kinds. I like the direct inputs. But if you do have that type of amp, there are some included in this package. You have some butt connectors in there. Looks like a few of those. Some zip ties. Yeah, and you have a 0 gauge grommet right there. Hopefully you can see that on camera. You got a 0 gauge grommet. So that looks to be everything. If you guys have any questions, just ask it down below in the comment section. If you're watching this video and I help you out, even a slight bit, please like and subscribe. I'm on a new channel. I'm trying to grow it. I'm going to be showing car audio things. I do installs. I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews on things that I do install. So it will be a lot coming in the future. But yeah, like and subscribe if you like this video. If you have any questions, post down below. I will answer every single question, and I will help you guys out, whatever it may be. Thanks for watching. Out.